racism, niggas can't get rid of me. Picture me backing down from niggas that's further away. One uppercut and I watch you levitate. Two-piece of man, then I watch them dissipate. Saw the worth to God, the nigga you love to hate. Due to popular demand, I'm back with the video prediction breakdown for my Swag Science fights. This Saturday we have Triple G Golovkin going against Curtis Stevens. This is a dream boxer-puncher matchup against another boxer-puncher. Just to break this shit down, both fighters are similar to each other. You're gonna see in the following clips. Now here we got Curtis Stevens going against Jesse Brinkley, and this is probably the worst fight of his career. Brinkley, not really all that talented or skilled. He was in the Contender Series, but he used some good techniques to really befuddle Stevens and really just outbox him and beat his ass. Now you see right here, he's trying to force Stevens back with the jab. And when he's able to do that, he's able to land effectively. And he helps handcuff Stevens with just a good hard jab, and he pushes him backwards. Now Stevens comes in there, but he doesn't really let his hands go. Usually it's just a pawing jab and one punch at a time. See, there's that jab again. Stevens has to really just let his hands go if he wants to be successful against Golovkin. Now Brinkley, of course, is the bigger fighter in this matchup, and Triple G will be as well. So Stevens really gonna have to just let his hands go and be more aggressive. Now you see here, he's trying to do some work, but a good jab to the body followed by some jabs up the stairs and a right hand just keeps Stevens handcuffed. Stevens tries to get the left foot going, but he's really not doing enough. He's just waiting right in front of him. You use a little lateral movement for good jab. Just push Stevens backwards. That's the main thing you gotta do. And you see Brinkley's using that normal tactic, to great effect. And Stevens really doesn't move his head too much. He does try in spots in this fight, but for the most part, Brinkley gave it to him. And, Brinkley's just, he's taking everything he can dish out. Pumping that jab again, drop the right hand, wash, rinse, and repeat. Same thing over and over. Pushing Stevens back with the jabs, follow with the right hand. Even if he misses or he doesn't land cleanly, the impact sends him back. Because Stevens really can't fight on the back foot. And Stevens is also one of those punchers where he needs to land his best punch to really hurt you and make a difference in a fight. Again, the jab, right hand. See, Stevens lands a good shot, but Brinkley stays on him, takes it, and comes back with his own. He's a different type of puncher than Golovkin is. He lands another good shot, but it's just not enough. Now here we have Golovkin's fight with Kasim Uma. And, Uma's doing the same thing Brinkley was doing to Stevens. You see he's backing him up with the jab. Now, Uma's southpaw, of course, but it's the same type of tactic. That's what you got to do with some of these punchers. You got to make them fight backwards. You got to slow them down. So you either go to the body or you try to land some forceful jabs, back them up. Because a lot of these guys can't fight backing up. And, Uma's also moving around the ring good. Now, the difference between Golovkin and Stevens, Golovkin, he hits harder, but he also lets his hands go a lot more, and he uses a jab in his offense, whereas Stevens really doesn't. He just paws out with his. Golovkin actually uses his to find range and set up his power shots. See, Uma's doing the same thing, using the jab. You see, Golovkin, he lets his hands go in spots a lot more than Stevens did. And when they started changing, see he lands a jab in there. Now Stevens has a good inside work when he gets close. He's gonna need to do that, use that uppercut like Uma was. And once again, you see Golovkin using that jab during the exchanges in his offense. So it's good movement by Uma. Doubling up with the right hand. And Golovkin, he mixes up his punches a lot more. Hooks to the body, upstairs, everything. Uppercuts. Doubles up with the right hand. Lands a good left hook. Now on the inside, I like to see some uppercuts and hooks right there. And see, that little left hand that Uma landed, that's what Stevens is going to need to land in those clinches and up close. See it again with the right hook with Uma. Stevens has the short, compact punches that's real good on the inside, so he should use that to great effect. But what all comes down to it in this matchup is one fighter doing everything another fighter does a lot better. Golovkin, he's one of those punchers where he has a thudding, forceful, impacting punch where he doesn't have to land cleanly and hit you with his best money punch to hurt you. Whereas Stevens, he's more of a precise puncher. He has to hit you with his best shot in order to make a difference. And usually he doesn't follow up like Golovkin does. See, Golovkin, he started out getting outboxed by Uma in that fight, but he kept it competitive and he gradually wore Uma down and got a stoppage victory. Whereas Stevens, it just kept getting worse for him in the fight with Brickley. And I just used those two fights because I feel that those were really their worst performances. Even though Golovkin won, I feel that Uma really showed some good things in that fight. As far as Stevens, he just needs to be more aggressive. He needs to throw hard jabs, try to back Golovkin up, go to his body, win the exchanges on the inside, work uppercuts and the hooks. And Golovkin, he just needs to do what he normally does, break his opponents down, use a hard jab, and really just handcuff Stevens by just coming forward. As far as the fight itself, I feel Golovkin's gonna stop Stevens in probably about 5 or 6 rounds. It's gonna be something brutal and nasty. Stevens will make it semi-competitive for as long as it lasts, but I just think he's running up against a superior fighter in every way. So my official prediction for this fight is gonna be Golovkin by mid-round stoppage. It's gonna be good while it lasts, and hopefully we could get some bigger fights from Golovkin later on in the future. But he's had a decent year this year. He's been doing this thing. If Stevens was to land something real big and crazy, he might be able to pull off the upset, but I highly doubt it. So once again, Golovkin by mid-round stoppage. And if y'all enjoy listening to the music that's in the video, make sure y'all check out those links in the description box up top underneath the video. Swag Science 1.